Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more commentary. It's been a little bit, but it's good to be back. Good to be on the commentary grind with my brother from another mother, the highwayman, my officiant himself, TJ.
That was such a good way to start, dude. I was building that up for that.
That
Dude,
sounded cathartic.
It was. It's been such a long weekend. It
really
was
has.
a great weekend. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Your wedding was beautiful. I'm so excited for you and Hillary. But yeah,
Thank you again for being a big part of it.
Oh, of course, brother. Anytime. But if you guys can't tell, I've done a lot of screaming, so my voice is like in a different realm. I can hit this nice sort of weird kind of gravel thing right now, which is pretty cool. But that's only possible when my voice is thrash. So
yeah, we're both there. We jammed out to some digi on the dance floor, and it was a good time.
Oh yeah,
it was a good time.
Oh yeah.
But back to the video itself, we've got some matches that were recorded over at Sully's Abode this probably like a week ago. Some wrapping up some EX-06 stuff. I think a lot of us are just getting a little loosey-goosey with some decks as we await BT17, which will be dropping shortly. You know, we're coming about like 2 weeks, not even like a week and a half now from like BT17, which is wild.
Well, we are pre-released on Friday.
Yeah. So I mean, it's sneaking up on us. So. We'll be definitely looking forward to getting some, BT17 deck profiles out there, maybe some preview match play as well, if we can get to it.
Yes, sir.
But in today's matchup, we've got Jorel playing Jesmon on the left, going up against Mitchell playing a Leomon Tribal deck, which is going to be interesting to see. I know Mitchell's kind of been... This was the first deck that he brought to locals, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
This is what he started with way back when he first started coming around Sully's and Dean's. And he's very good with it. He's well practiced. From what I saw.
Nice. So let us know what you think in the comment section down below. And a couple things before we hop into the round itself. First and foremost, as always, if you like our content, you enjoy what you're seeing, and you want to help support the channel, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. And second of all, hit us up in the socials, which are linked down in the video description below. We have our Instagram, our Twitter, our Discord, all the good stuff. As I said before, the Discord is the best way to get the deck lists of all of our players who are playing in our matches. So if you're looking for a specific list, just hit us up there and we will be sure to point you in the right direction. But without further ado, let's hop right into the round over here.
So I saw part of this match. I don't remember exactly how it ended. But I know Mitchell. I saw Mitchell's hand. I know he runs a Chaosmon. Which makes sense because black yellow, so heavy Leo and Bancho Leo can DNA into it. And then he also has he also runs Mega Gargo Ace, which is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, Chaosmon is a good card. It's hard to find ways to like make it not sort of out of archetype per se. I feel like the archetype that it was made for is just not great.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't. It's like it wants you to run Darkdramon and Bancho Leo, but like they don't mesh at all.
Right. Exactly.
It's bad. Like I mean, and there's gonna be some people that'll be like, well, technically, your Bancho Leo's a boss, so the Dark can reduce play costs, but like, come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Dustin and Crimson Blaze out of security. That was crazy.
So it seems like Jorel's just looking for pieces here. Just plays out his sister. Mitchell's set up, and I think definitely has the front foot here. 2 trainings. His Grapplio swung and lived, so we get an early check-in. Looks like we're gonna swing again. This hit his sister, so big guy living right now.
Yeah, Grapplio just doing some chip, which is pretty good.
Oh, Analog Youth. Interesting.
What does he use? It makes sense, right?
It does,
I mean, you're oftentimes swinging with your level 4 to Evo into a 5, and then if the 5 pops,
you kind of want your 5s to die anyway. So
yeah, you gain a memory off of the Analog Youth, right? So.
All right, so we go into a Savior Huck using one of the Master Disciples. We go out and play a Sister CL off of BT7 Savior's effect, which will then allow Jorel to go into a Jess X Antibody. which then lets him spit out another sister CL. And then we go straight into the GX. GX will
boy.
slip a... Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
Magna
god.
X. So that thing is just unbeatable.
Yeah. Looks like we are swinging through the Grapplio for all the checks. 3 total checks.
Yep. 3 checks. That's it to meet me out.
Okay.
Tap the youth to gain a memory, but then that's about it. Yeah. Okay, so that Jesmon GX cannot have anything done to it. That big boy's just chilling. It was a Jesmon X that he went into under it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then the sisters do have plus 2k, I believe. So they
Plus
are each
2k,
7.
yeah. They're each 7.
Yeah.
Which is tough because some of these bottom decking stuff is like you just buff them up above the threshold.
Yeah, it needs to be 6k for Heavy
Right.
Leo to do some work to some of them.
And
So
this is
Evo's for
rough,
free
man.
into a Leo.
Guess
Which
Leo
will
will attempt to
swing.
swing. We do have blocker on the GX.
Yeah. I'm assuming he's going to use the effect because it's a level 6 or higher level Digimon. Because I think Leomon might... Oh, I wonder if it's specifically level 6.
Okay, so we do end up blocking the GX, or with GX. Unaffected by opponent effects, however, due to Magna X being slipped underneath.
Oh, with higher DP. That's what he looks for.
Okay.
But I guess he didn't have the piece to warp or didn't want to.
We go into a heavy Leo with a training. We go ahead and swing. We hit a Graph Crush. Restand at the end of attack and swing once more.
But now what do you do?
Right.
You have 1 security, you have 3 sisters, and a GX on board. Like,
I mean, I think his best bet was to try to remove as many sisters as possible, but the Just X Antibodies effect to just buff him up.
oh, he's thinking...
Ooh.
He's going to play the Bancho Leo.
Okay.
He'll
We'll
suspend
suspend a
one.
CL.
Bancho Leo can reduce display cost if there's 6 or fewer total cards above player security.
Mm-hmm.
And then suspend when your opponent's Digimon on play, and then all turns when the Digimon becomes suspended. When your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP and sec minus 1 until the end of their turn, but I don't think that's... I don't think it matters.
So second Meppa.
Oh, activate the one Digivolving effect. So he'll just place a Genku X so he can't be bounced. Or DP reduced.
Mm-hmm. Plays out another CL as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, swing. Restand off of BT7 Savior. And go ahead, swing, and yep.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah. We go to the next game. There's nothing you can do there. That sister board's too crazy at that point.
Yeah, Jorel being able to do the Genku was nice. That was a good play.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because Genku also prevents like your sisters from being bounced or returned to hand and whatnot too, which is crazy.
That is correct.
All right, well, we see Jorel take game 1. Kind of doing typical Jesmon things. I am curious to see, like, we saw Heavy Leo do some work, like, in previous formats too. You know, like Nats, there were some people who were doing some good work with it.
It's,
you know, in regionals as well, like, subsequently, people were kind of riding the train, and it did sneak a result in or two here and there.
It is, in my opinion, it's definitely one of the better green decks right now. It's very fun. I think that where it struggles though is that its play is very linear, where they're gonna promote the 4, they're gonna swing the 4, warp into the 5, or not warp, but they're evo into the 5 for reduced cost or normal cost because of the Mad Leo.
Yeah.
And then the stack will pop, they'll fortitude, and then they'll go into their 6, and then they X anybody from there. Like, it's you can kind of read a player's entire turn.
Sure.
With it most of the time. And then there's fun stuff you can do with aces, but like, yeah, like this is pretty much the exact play that you go for pretty much every time. And this, I think it's it's fine. It's not like a bad play. And Mad Leo is also a very good card, being able to spit itself out as well. But it is, it's something that's just easily played around, I think, unfortunately, with a lot of other cards in the meta, and other things also just don't,
I mean, we see a pretty good showing of exactly what you're talking about, right? You know, you go into your 5 initially. Mad Leo being able to spit itself out gives you another body to recur.
Yeah.
And get some poke in. And I mean, Mitchell is now threatening game next turn if Jorel doesn't do anything. So we do promote the Savior. We go straight into a Jess X by cracking the boost and then evoing. Play out a seal, gain a memory. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Well.
You know, I am realizing I don't know if Leo can actually play itself out. I actually don't know if you're able to do that because it's end of attack, not on deletion. So it's an end of attack by deleting this Digimon. You may play one level 4 low Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. So technically, you might have to resolve that before it's actually in the trash because it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure. We might need a
Jorel's gonna be.
But Jorel's already back up to a GX, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, a Gargoyle Ace. So Jorel was swinging into the Grapplio, but Mitchell didn't realize that. So so Jorel's like, "Oh, you meant to evo over that," like because Mitchell was even meant to evo over the one that he wasn't swinging at, so he just misheard. Sure. So they went. Jorel was like, "It's okay, you can go ahead and go over the one you meant to go over then."
Okay, well.
Optus user training. I believe Mitchell was missing a 5.
Gotcha. Just hit a Master to Disciple, swings and swings. So that's quick game 2.
That's game 2. Yep. No blocker, nothing to stop those swings. So Mitchell able to just put out enough aggression to do stuff. Yeah, I need to see. I don't know if Mad Leo can play himself out or not. I thought he could because he deletes himself like as the cost to then do it. But technically, I don't know if he actually removes to trash in time for like to see that other part of the effect resolve. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a timing thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, if you know, let us know in the comment section down below. But I mean, I think right now too, I mean, we're seeing so much recursion. We're seeing so much like on deletion pop effects that like sometimes if the wording is not specific enough, that leaves that like tiny window of like ambiguity where you're like, well, technically it could, but then you could also see it very easily going the other way too. So game's been a little crazy. All right, so pretty solid start from both players. We've got a memory tamer set up for Mitchell and a level 4, and then Jorel just pushes up, goes straight into a BT7 Savior. Plays out a CL, which allows him to pick up second Mippa, which is always, oh god, Graph Crush. Go into a Jess X. Play out a CL, which will let him... Yeah, looks like we're gonna go into a GX here. Yep, go into GX. We'll gain a memory off of the Evo, and then plays out a slots underneath a Genku. Lets him play out another CL. We'll blitz for the 3 checks, gain a memory off of his egg, which check 1 is an analog. And then check 2, check 3 is another analog. It's pretty good. And he will gain the 2 memory from the Graph Crush, just setting him back to 3. So good play by Jorel there. You know, the Graph Crush being able to just kind of not be punished for it is pretty good.
Yeah. And I mean, sitting on a GX board is terrifying. It's always scary. Okay, we'll use the effect, go into a loader Leo here.
Jorel's just debating here if he wants to block. Does let it go through. Hits a, I think it's a BT, was it 14?
It was a BT 13.
BT 13 Savior.
Yeah.
We'll get to tap the analog use off the deletion, which is pretty good. So gains 2 memory, hatches another egg.
Was able to digivolve the GX as well, which is pretty big. Evos for 4 into heavy Leo.
Not bad.
Does do another digivolve again as well, which is pretty good. But it's good, but it's also kind of scary because that stack is set up like to kind of be a bit spooky. So we got good inheritables if he goes into another level 6 here, unless he's just missing it. Is he missing? Oh, he is missing.
He is missing
We're
it.
gonna
So
just
he will just
swing.
attempt to swing. We'll block with the heavy, but then I think he just swings.
Oh yeah, I think you just swing for the fences. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just swing. I mean, he's got all the sisters to swing, so.
Right.
Yeah, no
All
level
right.
6, so he was gonna have to. That was kind of his hope and prayer right there.
All right. Well, Jorel takes it in 3.
Yeah.
But I think a pretty decent, showing from Mitchell too. I mean, Leo can do stuff. It's just I think it does struggle against a deck that'll set up a huge wall, and also
Right.
just like put out a lot of bodies as well. It's just what do you do when Jess does Jess things?
Yeah, exactly. But it's still cool. It's still fun.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this matchup. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below, and hopefully we see you over on that next video. Bye bye.
Bye.